can you improve the skateboard? What could you create by combining a paperclip and a mailbox? What other purposes could an ironing board serve? These are the types of questions that are posed to students as they engage in the game of Disruptus. In this activity, students will be presented with images of common items and asked to innovate, improve, or transform them. By working with teammates, they will develop a prototype and a quick pitch to share their ideas to the class. The students will then have the option to invest in their favorite ideas. As you watch, look for opportunities where students can build important life skills like critical thinking, creativity, teamwork, and communication.
We are going to be doing an activity today called Disruptus. Can anybody think of an item that has been innovated to be better, or maybe somebody took something and disrupted it and made it different?
Like an airplane?
An airplane, how so?
Like the original design was like more like man-powered, and then the new one's more like engine-powered.
Very good. Okay, one more.
Online shopping.
Yes, that's a big one.
Same day delivery.
Oh yeah. And a lot of these are kind of newer things within the past 5 years, right? So we still have innovation today. There's a lot of innovation going on. And we talked about some of the reasons why we innovate. We're people that are interested in moving forward all the time. And which one of your values do you think people really take a hold of when they are innovating or disrupting things?
Opportunity.
Opportunity, that is the one, yes. How is it opportunity?
Because it says approach everything in life as a reason to improve.
Exactly, approach everything in life as a reason to improve. And sometimes we're improving for the good, and sometimes there's something that's not great. They're like, we need to just keep getting it, instead of get rid of it, let's make it better. And so what I would say is that is having an opportunity obsessed mindset. You need to get obsessed with something. You need to really, really be passionate enough to make it different and better to help people. So I have put you guys each in a team. So I want you to think of the people surrounding you right now as your team. You guys are an R&D team. Does anybody know what R&D stands for? Or a guess. Just give me a guess. Anything. Could be wild and crazy. What is R&D?
Rocks and dirt.
Rocks and dirt. Thank you. Thank you for being brave and just taking a little guess. R&D stands for research and development. And so when we are innovating products, we obviously want it to be better than it was, right? We don't want to do the same thing even though it sounded different. So in doing so, we need to research and then develop something. So the research is going to be talking to each other, thinking things through, looking at the items that I'm going to be presenting to you once we get to that point, and then developing something different. So you guys are a team of research and development. So as a team, I want you guys to come up with a name and a logo. I'm going to give you guys a piece of paper. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do this. Actually, send up one person from each group to come get your paper. So within 5 minutes, come up with a name and a quick logo, just something, just put it together really quick, all right? All right, so now we're ready to get rolling. So your job in research and development is to bring innovation and like a new feel to the items in the market that I'm going to give to you. We're going to play a couple different rounds. The only limits to product innovations and developments are in accord with local, state, and federal laws of conduct acceptable in the workplace. Other than that, the market's just kind of gonna speak, and it's gonna be whatever your perception is, whatever you think is going to add the most value to the market and to your customers. So for the first round, I will be your customer. You are creating a product, and I will decide which one is going to add the most value, and I will decide on which item will be the winner of that round. We're going to play 3 rounds. And so how we play this game is, within each different round, you're going to do different things to the items, and I will tell you what those items are. So the first round is create. So when we create, I'm gonna just read it to you. Using 2 cards, I'll show you the 2 cards. Players must take any number of elements from each object and use these to create a new object. So it can't be the same object. You can take as many pieces from it as you want. I will show you those objects in a minute. When we are finished with the round, each round will last about 5 minutes. I'll give you guys 5 minutes per round. And then you guys will have 1 minute to pitch your product. I will be timing it. You only get a minute, so you have to work within the constraints of the time I'm giving you, okay? 5 minutes to create, 1 minute to pitch it to everybody and show them what you did. And there aren't questions and answers during that round. You're just telling us, and then I will determine which group had the product that added the most value. You guys need to create something with elements of goggles and a fan, okay? So what can you put into the marketplace that add value? It has to be a new product with elements of goggles and a fan. On your marks, get set.
A virtual ski area. So like it's this room you go in, you put ski boots on, you have ski goggles on, and then you have wind blowing at you as you go down the mountain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What about goggles that have many fans attached to them that go up, like you pull them out, and then like after a run, you turn it on, you pull it out, turn it on, and it starts cooling you off.
I think we should go with her idea.
Her idea is pretty cool, yeah. No.
All right, who's gonna write it?
Okay, guys, what we're gonna do is it goggles that you put on, but it also cools you off. Oh wait. No, it heats you up. It heats you up. So when you're skiing, it can heat you up while you're skiing. Yes.
I was thinking that too. I was thinking that too because sometimes goggles fog up.
Do I have any volunteers for a team that would like to pitch first?
We'll pitch first.
All right.
You gonna stick? Okay. So what our idea was, basically it's almost like a virtual skiing place.
Basically, the idea is when your glasses get fogged up in any situation,
Like with your mask and stuff.
kind of like a windshield where you turn on your fan and you're driving, it'll blow to defog the glass, basically. So we had a very similar idea to their team, and we call it the conifer.
Let's talk a little bit about that. These teams had the same or very similar ideas. Does that actually happen in the marketplace? Absolutely. Can you guys think of items that came out at similar times or the same time?
Like most phones, big competition there.
Yeah, and it creates competition, right? So when there are 2 items that are the same or similar and there's competition, what do those business people need to do in order to boost their own products?
Make their item unique.
Make their item unique. So even if they're similar, maybe one has something that this one doesn't have, even though they appear to be the same. What's something else that they can do to boost their product?
Good marketing.
Good marketing, very good.
That if you make it affordable for most budgets and still have like really good quality, it would be a win-win. Because then you'd get the price that it's worth, but also other people would afford to buy it.
Very good, because this seems like it could be a pricier type product, right?
That's also passion too, because if you're trying to make items that are affordable for people, so that everyone it's accessible to everyone, and it's still really good quality, then it's also a win-win, and it helps other people out.
Good, very good. I like that we're going back to that helping others portion of things. That shows that you guys have some empathy, and we've talked about how when you're empathetic in the marketplace, your customers respond better. If you show you actually care about them as a customer and a person and not just as a buyer, you're probably going to be more successful.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of add to what they were saying about kind of getting more, what I want to talk about is gaining knowledge, which when you ask, for me, I don't wear glasses, but I hear people all the time saying, oh, it's so annoying my glasses fog up. And that's, just by relationship or hearing what other people say. So maybe asking questions or hearing what other people struggle with and then creating a product off of that.
Yeah, very good, you guys. Awesome. I really enjoy entertainment. So for me personally, in this moment, this would be something that I would pay for. So that is how my decision was made. I really liked everybody's ideas. So this will be our winner of this round. So for round 2, you guys are gonna get 5 minutes again. This time, I want you to make sure that you do have a name for your product and a price for your product. So you need to think about what would my product be and what would I name it, and then how much is this worth? How much do I think people would pay for this? And your peers are now the buyers, okay? You're making it better, and the person you are improving this product for is high school / middle school students like yourself. So I'm gonna show you the product, and you're gonna say, how can I improve that? How can I make that better? So.
First, let's think of problems with beds. Okay,
Beds,
so
you can fall off them.
You could fall off them, first for one.
But there are like a baby crib for adults.
Things are inaccessible behind the bed.
All right, group 508, your time starts now.
So ours is best of both worlds, entertainment and sleep. So it actually has a TV attached already to the bed, and you can fold it in whenever you're done. And then, what was the other thing? Oh my gosh.
Consoles.
The what?
Like consoles, video game.
Oh yeah, video games, has like any kind of channel, like all different types. You can hook it up to your cable. So the price is running for...
It says it.
$10.99.
Sorry guys. It's $10.99.
Which product would you realistically purchase yourself? All right, so we have a guest, and she is your customer. Hello. We have Lydia here today. She is going to be your customer. She is going to listen to your pitches and decide which product she would personally buy. So you're gonna have to be like, what would Lydia want? Remember, who is buying your product? Who is it?
Lydia.
Lydia. You're gonna have 5 minutes again. Your item that you are disrupting is a hairdryer. Ready, set, go.
What are you personally? Do you use a hairdryer often?
I do not use a hairdryer. Oh yeah, gosh. I really appreciated how all of you noticed that I'm crunched for time. I think everybody heard I'm a mom, I have a toddler, we know there's not a lot of time. I do not like to spend time on my hair at all. So I appreciated that all of you heard that and really empathized into creating a product that speaks to that. I'm really into sustainability, really love that you recognize like we need something eco-friendly, cordless, compactable. I can throw it in my gym bag or in my purse and take it and run with it. So congratulations to this team. I would happily buy your speed dry. Very good. Thank you, everybody.
Let's have a couple thoughts on that round. How did we feel? Was that one a little bit more difficult? Or not really?
A little bit, because you had to get to know the actual person trying to buy it.
Yes. And get to know your audience so you can appeal to them the right way so they'll actually buy it.
So should we maybe have been doing that all 3 rounds? Because who was your audience the first round?
You.
I was.
Yeah.
Who was your audience the second round?
Our peers.
Your peers. And then she was your audience the third round. So really, there was questions that could have been asked every round, because what she values would be different than what I value. And what I value is probably different than what you guys value. So in order to find out what somebody's subjective value, what's important to them, you actually have to talk to them. Weird. You're always going to be trying to appeal to different people, and that can apply to your real life too. Sometimes you're trying to figure out, what does my teacher want? Sometimes if you're applying for college, what does this college want? If you're on a sports team, what does my coach want? And that has a lot to do with, like April was saying, it's not just like going with your own thing and doing your own thing. You have to actually hear people. Like, part of listening is actually hearing and trying to like actually process that information, because so much of the time we're either just talk, and we're not actually letting people actually talk to us and hearing what they want. So this is a really good exercise, especially with Lydia on that last round. You guys did a really good job of hearing what she was saying and not just thinking of an idea and being like, oh, let's just do this and then like see, like maybe make it work for her. Like, no, you actually heard what she said, and I thought that was really good. But if you leave this room and you're actually putting these principles into practice, they're gonna stick with you, and you're gonna actually utilize them in your real life. And something we said earlier is not everybody is showing these principles in their day-to-day life. So if you are, you're going to be those people who are actually standing out and are going to kind of be getting, you're going to be getting the right attention for the right things.
You likely observed many components of experiential self-discovery through the game of Disruptus. Students had the agency to create what they wanted. They were free to contribute their unique value in many ways, whether that was being an idea person, an artist, a presenter, a team leader, or however they saw fit. Using their unique talents helps students connect to purpose and recognize how they can create value for others. Earning currency for being the best pitch or idea provided that incentive to succeed. All of this created an opportunity for them to take constructive action to solve the problem. Underpinned by our foundational principles, this activity helped elevate the learning experience for everyone.